up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Bitch, I'ma die independent. If you was wondering, yeah, boy, I'm still at 10. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we're down here, honey, to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, I watched it last night. I did not take any notes. I don't remember much of the dialogue. I just remember that whatever happened with that situation with Crystal and Sutton and Garcelle, Erica, like, I didn't take a lot of notes. This is not going to be the best review, but I want to get it over with. And so what I'm thinking that I can do is look at each scene, and maybe it'll jog my memory. I feel like I have something on my glasses. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know that you stopped by. Oh, let me wipe this thing off, honey, because it looks like it's like... All right. So, okay, let's see if I can remember. I just know that the thing with Crystal, what Crystal did, I didn't like it. When I tell you, I would have been ready to scream, because I don't like when people play games like that. Like, it's making me annoyed and aggravated right now as I talk about it, because I don't like for people to play games like that and then, like, say that someone said something that could potentially change the dynamic of me and someone else's relationship, and they said something so damaging and you won't tell me. So that means that you're going to allow me to be around this person with an understanding that they may have said something that could damage our relationship. How do you expect for Garcelle to rest in that? There's no resting in that. Not Kyle, not Dorit, not anybody else. Crystal made it seem like Sutton called Garcelle the N-word. Or she said, I'm exaggerating, but she made it sound like something that was dark. And when you say something, we're people of color talking to a white woman, and you're like, she said something dark. I don't want to say it. It was dark what she said. So that would bother me. If you know something about somebody that I'm close to, that you know what they said goes against my fucking principles, I don't even know why won't you? I don't like that. I don't like that, Crystal. I don't like that, Crystal. I don't care how Garcelle initiated the conversation by saying, I felt like you set Sutton up with that. Are you one of those people who don't see color or something like that? That's why I asked that question on IG, not IG. Well, I put it on IG, YouTube, and Twitter. That if a person told you that I don't see color, I don't see race, I don't use race as a determining factor on how I move in my life and the people who I'm around, I understand what you go through as a black woman or black person or a person of color. I understand what you go through, but I don't use race to determine whether or not you and I are going to be cool. I don't see it as, I'm going to be friends with this black woman, or I'm going to be friends with this Asian woman. I'm going to be friends with this woman who happens to be black. I'm going to be friends with this woman who happens to be Asian. I don't see your color in that way. So that's why I asked that question, because the way that when most people say that, I don't see color, it makes a person feel invisible. Okay, it makes it feel like you don't see me. You do see color. You stop at a red light, so you understand color. The term "I don't see color" or I don't see color, or what is it that they say? I don't see race. Is a way to say that I'm not racist. Is a roundabout way to say I'm not racist. And instead of, and I know a lot of people, non-black people, when they say that, it's a way to other themselves. But when you say that, you are being dismissive. I think Crystal explained it last season. She explained it really well, I think. She explained it really well. Now, this thing with, we'll come back to Garcelle and Sutton and all them. This thing with, Kyle, who is it? Kyle said she doesn't remember. She said she didn't remember what, she didn't remember hearing anything dark, right? However, her definition of dark might be different. And I love that Crystal said, don't do that to me and tell me that the word I'm using is strong. She knows what she's doing. And like when white women use the word aggressive, people know what words to choose. Crystal playing it off saying it's just a 4-letter word. It's only one vowel. So it's fuck. It's a 4-letter word with one vowel. It's really harsh though, right? Depending on how you say it. But I think the word, it doesn't, just because of the length of the word doesn't mean that it's not as strong as, or not as strong as a word that has more letters in it. Like, girl, that's the kind of stuff I just don't like. Don't play with me. First of all, I understand. Don't tell me what words to use. Don't tell me what words to use. But the word that you use is heavy, right? When something is dark, we use the word dark to describe evil, which is another 4-letter word, right? It's like, don't play those games, Crystal. And don't play those games where you, like, I just don't like that. Like, that's like this is, it's like someone telling you that, it's almost as though I know that someone that you're close to has done something to another person, or has said something about a group of people, that you know that if I knew what they said, I would sever the relationship. I think it's completely unfair, and I think it's violent, and that's the word I'm going to use. I think it's extremely violent to put someone in that situation. It makes me emotional thinking about that, because there are hordes of people who will sit next to a person they know and not tell you what they know about that person. And they know if you knew the character of this person, you would not want to be around them. I think it's your responsibility to tell a person, she said blah, 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 blah. And the same way Garcelle said, watch your friend, because she threw you under the bus with the quickness, because you didn't want to answer the question that Garcelle, well, the only reason why I said that was because she said something that was extremely dark. What did she say? I don't want to say it. Girl, what? You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm with everybody. You cannot do that. And people are going to think the worst. And when it has to do with race and a white Southern woman, and Sutton, she don't want to talk about it. Kyle thinks that she doesn't want to talk about it because she's afraid that she may have said something that will damage her and Garcelle's relationship. But Kyle's saying, I don't remember her saying nothing that could have been considered dark, right? So my thing is, Kyle should tell Sutton, Sutton, you didn't say nothing. Don't let her make it seem like you said something, so that she can get out of kind of saying to you, oh, you're one of those type. Don't tell me you're one of those girls. You're one of those girls that don't see color. While I feel like Crystal saying that to Sutton was like right on time, because people are tired of hearing I don't see color. We live in a system where the illusion of race is something that we have all agreed to. We have all agreed to this illusion. So you can't tell me that you don't see race. I think Crystal's timing was perfect with that. Don't play those games. But Crystal, at the same time, all you had to do was like, girl, I did not set her up. That don't have nothing to say about. You want to throw Sutton under the bus to protect your character, because you feel like Garcelle asking you that is a question of your character. So what you do is throw Sutton in the mix so that Garcelle can question her character instead of yours. It's clear what she did. It is so clear what Crystal did. I don't like it. I don't like it. Erica sitting up there accusing that has to be the most that victims of your husband's shenanigans, they might have been in on it, trying to get some money. Girl, you should not say that. You should not say that in an effort to excuse you. Oh, we're trying to make sure people haven't been paid. Girl, what? So are you saying, and I'm so glad that all of them were like, Garcelle the most. No, that's not what they're doing. No. Yes, they are. They all looking like, girl, this bitch is crazy. She's lost her marbles. The last of her marbles. Girl, I don't know what to say about Erica Jane. I don't know, girl. It's I don't know. I don't know. I think it was disgusting for her to say that. How could you say something like that? How could you fix your mouth to say that the victims might be trying to pull one over? It might be fake. Like they're trying to get over, trying to pull scams. Are you okay? I don't care, because it's stupid. She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. Dory, she has some type of therapy session which I thought was very interesting. The woman said that the frequencies that you experience when you had this traumatic experience, she's going to try and kind of change the frequency so that when those feelings come up, you don't have bad thoughts. Your thoughts about it are not triggering anxiety or any of those types of emotions. I thought it was very interesting. In the interview when Dorit was crying, I'm a pretty sensitive person. I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel nothing when Dorit is crying, even though I want to believe that her house was broken into and she is having these feelings. But there's no. I'm really good. I can really connect to authentic emotions, and I'm just not connecting with Dorit. I'm looking at her like, really, girl? I don't even like. I don't feel like, oh, and none of that. There's no, girl. Mic check, girl. I didn't even know where this thing was. It was down here this whole time. Why was it so low, girl? This is a mess. Okay, we're back. We're back for the jack off hour. It's DJ Easy Dick. Okay. Let me put this up like this. Okay, hopefully this is better. I couldn't even see it amongst the planet and stars and constellations. Okay. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't believe Dorit's emotions. I don't believe that her emotions are authentic. Like I said, I can connect to authentic emotions. Like I can feel them. I can feel them. Um, not Dorit. Not Dorit. I was looking at her and PK, and I like them together. Actually, I was like, I like PK and Dorit. I don't know what scamming ass couple they are, Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know, but I like them together. I think they make a good couple. They make a nice looking couple. I like them together, PK and Dorit. I thought what Dorit had on when they went to whose house did they go to? Oh, Sutton's event. That was it zebra print skirt. She wasn't, va va voom fashion, but it was cute what she had on. I love that they basically told Crystal, you can't do stuff like that. Like, you can't do that's like knowing someone's on the sex offender list, and you don't tell somebody about it, and you just allow them to be this person's friend, and you don't mention it to them at all. It's like, especially if you see that they're developing a friendship. Like, it would be different if it was like Kyle and Sutton, or Lisa Rinna and Sutton, but it's Garcelle and Sutton, and they're close off camera. So for her to say that, and I'm so glad that Garcelle is forthright and doesn't allow. See, what Crystal is doing is what a lot of people do when they're trying to manipulate a situation, is that they leave out details so that you can create your own scenario. In this case, she's not going to bother correcting the scenario. Whatever you come up in your head, you're going to hold that, and she is not going to correct it. She's going to I don't know, like I think it's a bitch ass move. It really is. I was like, Crystal, I don't like what you did. I don't like that at all. I'm glad that Garcelle told Sutton. She said something that made it seem like if I knew what you said, it would affect our friendship. Sutton is looking like, I don't want to deal with it. It's something that is old. It's in the past. Her and I have reconciled. Yes, that's great, Sutton, that you and her have reconciled. But she's saying that you said something that can affect our relationship. So I need to know, because I need to be able to make a conscious decision on whether you and I can be friends based on what you said. I think it's unfair to do that. I think it's unfair to do that. You don't withhold information like that. And if it's damaging, it's damaging. She shouldn't have said it. And I'm sure she'll apologize. She apologizes for every other thing. Y'all don't like Diana Jenkins. Diana Jenkins explains to us why she hasn't been in the store, and she's allergic to dust. And she gets allergies, her face gets puffy and all that other stuff. She's like, it's a real thing, it's a real thing. Um, so I would like to believe her, and I'm going to choose to believe her. And I have to say that her fucking house is ridiculous. Her house is oh my God, I love it so much. I want to live there. That house is ridiculous. And if you notice, okay, it's in California, but if you notice Kenya Moore's house, Kenya Moore brought California to Georgia. Like, that style is so California. If you look at Teddy Mellencamp's house, it's the same kind of wooden, glass, trees, the same thing. Look at Kenya Moore's house. She really brought that California modern aesthetic to Georgia. Her house is sickening, Kenya Moore, but so is Diana Jenkins. So she did explain to us that that's the reason why she hasn't been in the store. Her assistant says, I've been her assistant 13 years. She doesn't go in stores. So it's not a I'm so rich issue. It's a I have allergies. But maybe she takes something, because I'm like, well, and in stores, I guess it is a little different, the kind of air they're pumping through stores. But I was like, what makes Kyle's store different, or Sutton's store different, and for that matter? where you're not feeling all puffy and stuff. Maybe she takes some kind of medication or something like that when she goes out. She looks so cute to me. That them green boots and that dress was like a wrap dress, but it was kind of big at the bottom, not so like straight. Um, Garcelle's green was so pretty. Now, I'm not sure. I don't like to talk about people's heads and wigs and stuff, but Garcelle, somebody, I don't know why nobody, this is Garcelle's third season. Girl, it's time. It's time. I don't know if you need to get in touch with Go Naked Wigs, Go Naked Hair. I don't know who you need to get in contact with, but girl, we need to get them wigs in order. Because your personality, you are cute as a button, as my grandmother would say. You are cute as a button, honey. Or cute as a bug's ear. That's what my grandmother used to say. Cute as a bug's ear. But the wigs, they're not giving anything. They're giving a 4. Girl. You got a 4 for the wig, girl. You're getting a 4 for the wig. What else happened? I'm trying to think of what else happened on that episode. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and Lisa Rinna, her mother, we know that her mother has already transitioned. So they've been able to catch this. And I'm with Kyle. There's nothing, I don't give a damn. I'm telling you, when it's somebody that important to you, you don't take a chance on missing their last breath. Now, I love the story that Kyle told about her mother wanting not to be in hospice for her last days, not getting a nurse. I was that Dorit? She was like, but you had a nurse, right? Like, they were like, no, me and Kim, we were in there. Where was Kathy? And why didn't Kathy get your mother a nurse? Ooh, because she just said her and Kim. She said her and Kim were helping her mom. Where was Kathy, girl? I just thought about that. Anyway, I love it. She said they were in the shower trying to help her mom take a shower, and she was laughing, but she was nonverbal, but she was like laughing, and they were all laughing. But now that I'm retelling that story to y'all, I'm like, she just said her and Kim. She didn't mention Kathy. So I wonder why they didn't have a nurse, and why, because Kathy Hilton has been with Rick Hilton forever. I think, were they together when the mom died? I wonder if she had access when the mom died. I think she did. Apparently the mother made sure that they were set up right. Made sure that they were with men, I guess, that could elevate their social credit score. Yeah. Previously. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Crystal and Sutton, they seem to be trying to get along. I wonder what it was that she said. And then Sutton was like, well, I didn't say anything. I know I didn't say anything. So it's like, whatever. You know what? They could just easily play the tape. They can just easily play the video. Roll the tape of what she said. Because how did it get to that point where Crystal said, don't tell me you're one of those girls? She said it got to that point because what she said previously was really dark. So was it not caught on film? Because why didn't they roll anything unless they're waiting to the reunion? I know that Sutton is the topic of every episode. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. And I don't really like that Lisa was like, Crystal, Sutton, or what she say? Sutton threw Crystal threw Sutton under the bus. I mean, that's her friend. They're not really that close. They're just working on their friendship. Lisa, calm down. Lisa Rinna is too much for me. She is too much. But she, and that was funny when Garcelle's son, she got off the phone with her son, and she was like, my son is going to be working for one of your friends, someone very close to you or something, she said. And she was like, Lisa Vanderpump. They was like, oh, hell no, go, get out of here. That was funny. Lisa Vanderpump, she shakes the table, honey. Just the mere mention of the diva's name, baby. They want Garcelle to go packing away, honey. Let's see, what else? Bloody Marys. I love me some Bloody Marys. You guys didn't validate my feelings. I thought it was funny when Garcelle was on the side talking and they were trying to listen to her conversation. Um, I didn't appreciate that. I just didn't appreciate what Crystal did. I thought it was really bad. But a lot of people don't like the way that Garcelle was like, was that a setup? Like in other words, why is that any of your business? And and it's funny because ironically, for Garcelle to ask her, why did you say that, or was that a setup, and then for her to come around and say that it wasn't a setup, it's a question of my character. However, I only said that because Sutton said something that was very dark. They need to roll the tape. That will solve it. I'm not going to play Scooby-Doo mystery, and nobody has time to do that, Crystal. I think it's really, really violent to do that to somebody. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, especially if you know that it can harm. You were just going to let me be cool with this person who have possibly said something fucking racist? Like, girl, no. No. Anyways, y'all, I figure we got enough out of the video. Hopefully that rounds up everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Like I said, I didn't take notes or anything like that. So it's not true. Hold on, let me get this. We're gonna have to put her in hospital. I swear to God, I just figured out this thermostat a year later. Hold on. Well, it is a little tricky. It's not like mine at home. It's so out of line and so out of my character. It's out of your character, but you inject Sutton so that people can question her character. Okay, I was right. Okay, I got it right. You were there? No, I wasn't. You were there. There was a lot more. And Kyle did not like that Crystal kept saying, I know you don't remember because you were drunk. She was like, stop saying that. I can't stand when people do that. Stop saying that. I will remember. But we got the best memory when you have a camera on you at all times. So we don't have to worry about that. That's what they need to show, and that's it. So we can hear what Sutton said. Because, I'm sure they say a lot of things that they cut out because it would damage the person if they knew what they said. If we heard what they said. I'm sure they edit a lot of stuff out that will hurt somebody's, or we would be questioning their character. I'm sure they do. But in a friendship like this, where the people are close, you shouldn't keep stuff like that from each other. I don't like. She should have came to Garcelle and be like, girl, how are you being friends with her? She said to me, blah, 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 blah. But you don't want to do that. But because she didn't say anything, you just wanted the heat off of you. Because if it's so dark and damaging, and it can damage the dynamic of someone's friendship, why would you hold on to that? Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.